I'm having microphone problems. My mic's not working. My other host ain't showing up, but the show will go on. That's what's up. That's what we're gonna do, man. The show will go on. What's up? Welcome to Fired Up and Furious, episode 3. All right. And like I said, what I've always wanted to do is I always wanted to start a podcast, and I wanted to talk about DJ issues. Like a lot of these cats that I got these podcasts on, like the Road Podcast, the Fourth Meal, I watch those on a weekly. You know what I mean? I'm always watching those. But I always wanted to start a podcast on my own, and kind of like at my level of DJing. Those guys are like right here, and I'm like right here, or maybe right here. So I want to talk about some of the issues that are on my level or whatnot. But today I got a special guest. Goes by the name of DJ Ryan Live. He's a DJ, he's a producer, and he's also the tour DJ for Joe Coy. So let me go ahead and bring them in. Let me bring them in, starting off with my co-host DJ Ray.
What up, fam?
So yeah, I was just telling my intro because I was muted right on my own intro. I have a mic problems here. So what I was telling everybody in the stream was that I've always wanted to start a podcast of my own, talk about DJ issues. Like I'm all about these DJ podcasts. I religiously watch every week the Road Podcast, the Fourth Meal by the homies at the HMC. But you know what? I mean, honestly, them dudes they like up here. You know what I'm saying? I want to start a podcast for DJs at my level and shit. So talk about some DJ issues. All right, so what's up? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Fired Up and Furious episode 3. Our show is gonna go on. Remind us a co-host. Remind us a working dang streaming mic. But hey, the show's gonna go on. I got my man Ryan Live. Ryan, what's up, man? What's good?
What up, bro? Chilling, man. Chilling. Out here. I'm out here, bro. I'm out here.
He's out here trying to do the thing, man.
Man.
Well, honestly, and what I wanted to start the podcast off is because we're always talking about DJing, we're talking about streaming, and first thing I noticed, Ryan and his streams, man, he's got some pretty good shows on his streams. But before we start that, hey, tell the audience, everybody here, what Ryan Live is all about, man. Introduce yourself, homie.
Just a DJ, producer, songwriter now, and
look at that songwriter.
Yeah, I'm a barber too, licensed. Holler. Some of y'all didn't even know that either, huh? So, and tour DJ, as you would say. As you see my man Rage with the Joe Coy hat, I like it, bro. I like it, bro. I like it.
That? I've been trying to get this red hat for a while.
Oh man!
when you brought it to me, I was like, oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, so that's it, man. And my homie, yeah, I'm a tennis player too, as on your chat, my boy UJ. I play tennis too, man.
Oh, tennis player, huh?
Yeah. Not
smashing them tennis balls, huh?
No, I mean I play. I don't just
you play.
I don't just like go out there. I play.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta see that.
Yeah. I posted a video a while back of some practice that I was doing with my boy UJ. So, and me to say, I'm a golfer too. I golf. Yeah, I golf too. I'm okay.
Which one do you do better, the golf or the tennis?
Tennis, because I've played longer.
Okay.
Golf, I'm like 15 handicap. So.
Oh wow.
Like mid 80s, high 80s. I don't know now. I haven't played in like a freaking like 8 months.
In a hot minute, right?
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. So I think we're trying to play next week. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm like the Happy Gilmore golfer.
It's just fun, man. Just get out. That's all it is. Yeah. That's all I'm trying to do. But other than that, man, just my life revolves around music, technically. So
pretty much all of us are here.
Yeah, man. It's just everything. Like now I'm just trying to get more in depth. As DJs, I've been DJing for so long. It's just kind of like, it comes second nature to us, right? Like that's what we
Yeah.
do. So I like the challenge, So production, and I've been a producer for a while, just very low key because I've always been scared. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good producers out there, but it's at that point we realize it's who cares? Somebody's gonna like it, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Well, you're a
so
DJ. You're a really good DJ that
oh, thank
knows
you.
what sounds good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's I
So,
think the key. I have a good ear, and I think that's now it's learning the technical like parts, like understanding key and notes and timing, and just it's fun. It's a challenge. Definitely a challenge. It's dope though. But
so
yeah.
being a producer, so what do you have in like for us right now? What are you working on?
I'm just R&B right now.
R&B.
Ooh, this
Yeah.
guy, this guy,
This guy's the king of R&B
he's
right now.
like the king of R&B. Right?
Nah.
You're lucky my mic's all messed up because I would talk all about the feels on this guy's show, man. Dang.
Well, it's
Good.
just stuff we grew up to, right? You know what I mean?
If you haven't gone to a show
Yeah.
and hear Ryan, man, he'll get the crowd like singing,
Yeah.
like singing. I mean, if
Yeah.
you haven't gone to a Joe Coy show,
Yeah.
but get there early, get to hear Ryan play. Man, it's amazing. It's good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't I
fun.
didn't meet Ryan till later on in my DJ career. But Rage, you've known him for a while too. How'd you guys meet up?
Shit.
I want to say Chicago, right?
Yeah, it was Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It was butt cold.
Yeah. That's zero. It was 0
It was
degrees,
like-
bro.
Bro,
Zero.
I was like straight bundled up. I remember Ryan when we all were all
Yeah.
like decked out,
Mhm.
and I just remember like stepping outside, and I was like, damn, I feel like pins are like just like
Yeah.
hitting me. I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. That was what, maybe 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
long
So we
time.
met in Chicago, and
Were you,
And
you
then-
guys were on a radio gig thing or what?
no, it
Courtesy
was
of Lyle.
that
Mm.
guy.
Of course, of course.
That guy. It was what was it? Like it was Ciroc launch. That's what it was. It was
Yes.
a Ciroc launch. So they
Of
got
course, of course.
Yeah, they got DJs in every major city that were Asian American.
Yeah,
So I was the LA, me and Remark, right? Me, Remark were LA, Rage was San Diego. But I met
Movie.
yeah. You know what's crazy about that, man? I'll talk about that to like till this day, is that like I still keep it, a lot of those people I've connected with, I'm like they're fam to me now. You know what I mean? Like, Seattle guys, Vancouver guys, Chicago guys, and New York too. So, I think I took advantage of that situation. 100%.
it was really good times.
Mhm.
I mean, I mean, I had a good time. Lyle, thank you for having us out there. I mean,
Yep.
bringing us all together. I mean, it made us like huge. It just made all of us stronger in a way. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep.
So
It was dope.
it was dope.
And it was at that time of at least my career as a DJ, where it was kind of figuring it out. You know what I mean? Where
I think all of us.
yeah, because you really killed it. It expanded, I guess, because locally was already, we were doing our thing, or I was doing my thing locally, doing LA, Hollywood, and doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't get tired of it. You're always blessed to be doing it. It's just now became like, what's next? So that kind of became it. I mean, like, oh shoot, I got a plug in New York, or I got a plug in Seattle, San Diego, because I think I spoke with you a few years right after that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Doomy, we had a deviate.
Yeah.
Deviate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah. And
With the Seattle, we did one with, I think, with the Seattle guys. They came down, I think.
yeah, they came down. I remember that. I remember spitting with you too when they grand opened the American Comedy Club, right?
Oh
With,
yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, with Ritoto,
Yep.
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
and what's his name? the comic. What's his name? I forgot
Oh,
his name. The Asian guy. Something Lee. What's his dude? Just drew a blank. It just drew a
Bobby.
blank.
It's
Bobby Lee.
Oh
Bobby
my
Lee.
God, I thought you were doing
Yeah.
that on purpose.
Nah, Bobby.
I was waiting for the joke, the punchline. Oh yeah, Bobby.
Nah,
Lee.
it was a Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a Bobby Lee at that club that you go downstairs to, right? I forgot the name of.
Yeah, that was
Wow, wow,
Mhm.
wow.
Hey, email Tommy. He's on right now.
I don't know. Can you email him? Because I don't know his
All
email
right.
address.
So like Tommy ran the comedy club right after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he was like the sound guy and all that. Let me send him that.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, obviously you've been doing this for quite a while, like 2 years, right?
2 years. 2
like
years.
like a 2 years and stuff.
2 years, yeah. 2 years, bro. You know, it's real out there, bro. It's real out there.
The struggle is real, man.
Super real, bro. Super real,
man. But let's talk about the streaming game, man. Because I think I jumped onto one of your first streams, right? Yeah. And obviously with the whole COVID thing, you know, everybody's doing, you know, what they got to do to DJ and whatnot. So, but yeah, I seen you when you jumped on your first stream. I said, y'all got to check this out. And one thing I've been trying to promote for the past, I don't know, 2 months or so, maybe even longer than that, because I started trying to stream about a year ago, right? And I was telling Ray, just, yo, this is the way it is, man, because you know we've been DJing for about 2 years, and we're probably gonna be DJing for like another 5, maybe 3, because we've only been doing it for 2 years, right? And so I say, hey, the way forward, I think, is DJing online, man. Is DJing online on stream and on Twitch. And I've been telling these people, I mean, oh shit! Hey, big shout out to Pink Baby 214 for the follow.
Hello, what's up? Jersey.
Your whole crew's up in here.
Yeah. Whole crew. Pull it up. That's what's up, man.
but yeah, so like with the whole streaming thing, I've been trying to tell everybody is like, hey man, there's DJs out there that are streaming on Twitch, and they're definitely making more money when the ones that have been established making more money on their streams while they DJ than those of us in the regular downtown, you know, club or bar or lounge or whatever, you know. So I've been trying to get everybody, hey, you know, get everybody on the streaming game, and especially once the COVID hit, I was like, yo, you know, boom. And then, you know, everybody started looking to me because they know I've been doing it before. And like I said, I've been telling everybody in the previous streams that I'm all about sharing my knowledge. I'm not one of those guys that want to hoard the damn knowledge and be like, well, you know, I'm not, I don't want to be giving my tricks. You know, I'm trying to keep it to myself. You know, don't want to give him the edge. So, you know, I've been telling everybody. But when I first seen your stream, I said, yo, I told Rage, yo, check out Ryan's stream, man. This shit looks pretty clean. It looks pretty dope, man.
Thank you.
So walk us through that experience of you starting to stream and how'd you figure that out and all that good stuff.
Well, another trait of mine, I'm a graphic designer by education.
This guy's a jack of all trades.
That's what I got my degree in. So I'm a visual communications major, and so I understand a little marketing and promoting and the psychology behind it, right? But so I was like, dope, you know, I saw Furious doing it, and I was like, yeah, that's dope, man. And then, you know, it was kind of that point, like, should I do it? You know, I don't know. And like, you know, and then even Furious reached out, he goes, yo, man, if you want to start it, I'll help you out, which is dope. I said, you know, I've messed with Twitch a tad, because every time something new pops up, I have to kind of, not just on my end, because I help Joe out with that too, you know what I mean? So any kind of social media outlet, I kind of have to try to be on top of it. Is that the, you know, but some people just stick to certain things. So when I jumped on Twitch, it was kind of one of those where it's like, the whole key was if I wanted to stream and if I had the energy to do it, you know, because I was like, you know, since I've been DJing for 2 years, after after 2 years, you're just kind of like, sometimes I hate to say it, I love it so much, but some days you just are over it. You're just like,
Oh yeah,
am I right? Like I'm
I
not.
feel you on that one. I feel
Mhm.
you on that one.
You're just like, yo, and I don't. Sometimes just like whatever, and so then I just started seeing a bunch of other cats do it. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. And what's crazy, the reason why I actually did it was a lot of people don't get to see me DJ. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
so, I don't post anything about that. I didn't do videos and whatever. So, um, so when the whole quarantine thing started, I was like, let me take the cover off my turntables and see if I can, because
Blow the dust off.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I go for for let's see how much 2 years of experience I could show off, right? Like, and I was like, so and a lot of people have asked, yo, right, why don't you do one of these, those 1 minute, scratch videos or the showcases? And I was like, that takes work.
Right, right.
it
Yeah,
takes
right.
it takes work. And I was just like, just for 1 minute. And I was like, you know what? I woke up one morning and it was like, what else am I gonna do? So I just went through my laptop, my list, found songs and keys, and I was just like, an old one to kind of a new one. I was like, all right, and see where like my hands are so old to scratch, but I try, I do my thing. And so I did a video, and that got a lot. That's what kind of sparked it, to be honest, because people are like, "Yo, bro, do more." I'm just like, because I've never done one. I've never done one. So and I'm sure people were curious, of like what skill level you're at, or at least how creative you can get. So I did that, and people were like, "Yo, I think you need to stream." I was like, I don't want to stream. And then that's when, like, okay, I saw Furious, doing Twitch, and all these people are doing Instagram, Facebook. And I didn't do Instagram because the fact that I've tried it before.
Yeah.
I've done it. I used to try to stream the pre-shows. So like I'll be in some city and just turn my phone on and be right there. This is the craziest thing. The first time I tried it, no sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was muted before it even started. So I know Instagram used to do that. Instead of cutting you off, they'll
Yeah.
mute you.
They just mute you off
They
the
just
Yeah,
mute
bat.
you.
that's in the beginning. They did that in
Yeah,
the beginning.
they just muted
Wow.
you. So people are just watching me or watching people walk in, right? And
Wow.
I was, people were like, "Yo, Ryan, no sound, no sound." I'm like, "The fuck? Like what?" And then I tried it again over and over. So even I think that technology was actually pretty cool because they would catch it before you even went live.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Wow.
music was playing already, and I was like, "Damn, not even like a minute." So I tried to find a way. What I did was I'll walk from backstage to the stage so they don't hear music. So I'll be like, "Yo, guys, I'm gonna try to stream live, blah blah blah." 2 minutes, mute. So I was like, I don't want to do this again. It's like, especially I'm in front of, people I don't know, or in
Yeah.
front of this crowd. Like I'm supposed to, luckily Joe is not there yet. So I could kind of mess around a bit, but, it was one of those. And then finally, I said, all right, let me figure this Twitch thing out and just kind of messed around. I didn't have a cam. I had a webcam, but it was only at 720 for my first like 2 streams. And I was like, well, it'll get by, but I knew that I couldn't do it that way. So um, I went and got a nice webcam. I still use a 720, but it's for the smaller picture. And just decided, okay, then it's just progression, I guess. Just ideas. My brother would help me. My brother, he's kind of like, yo, you should try this, you should try that. Um, you know, started theming my shows, I guess. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of just being open format, because I only started on Tuesdays, and then I went to Saturdays, and which was open format, which was just club
Yeah.
whatever. And then I started the show I did today. Well, I started on a Friday first because I wanted to do like new R&B because that's what I'm involved in now.
Yeah.
So I produced that and stuff like that. So I do keep like I try to keep up with that music. So I wanted to just do an hour of stuff I like, and said
Oh, absolutely.
and that
Absolutely.
so that kind of started that. And then they're like, yo, bro, you kill it with the old school stuff. And I was like, I said,
No,
oh
yeah,
man,
you do kill it. You do kill it with the old school stuff, man.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
thank
you
you,
do,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
This dude is the R&B king. He's got this
Nah.
show on Monday. It's called The Golden Hour, and it comes
Yeah.
on 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, if you were any part of this era where he's playing this type of music, you better bring a Kleenex. You better go to Costco and get several boxes of them, because you're going to be either tearing or you're going to be upset. You want to throw that Kleenex box out the door because it's going to bring back some memories,
Yeah.
like you at the high school dance or something like that, and then some
Yeah.
chick's making you mad over there because she's danced with some other dude, then you got to get mad and you start pumping up like, what's up, fool? Oh, okay,
That's furious, bro.
That's my stuff again,
That's
my
furious
bad.
on the chat, man. Freaking
Right?
four-page messages on my chat talking about how he wants to punch somebody because old girl didn't want to dance.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Catching
now,
feels, man. That's what we
yeah,
do,
100%
man.
catching.
Look,
And
look, you got your own spot in here. You got Frida,
yeah, they're here.
Pig Baby.
Oh.
Look at that. Yeah,
What's
man.
up,
They're all up
man?
in there, dude.
We here.
Eric from Chicago. What's up, man?
Yeah, Chicago's here, bro.
Chicago's repping.
All day. That's what's up.
You
So
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
it just became that, man. It just
Yo.
became
Who is this creeping up in here? Who is that guy? Rage, you found him.
Yeah.
Where'd you find him? We about to call the police, man. We're missing our co-host.
Is this the Woolworth staff meeting? I need
Hey,
to
Ryan,
time.
you met Tommy before, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. What's up, bro?
What's going down? Sorry,
bro.
I'm late. I suck.
It's all
He was
good.
stuck in.
What's up? Go ahead. I
he was stuck in
interrupted you,
traffic, man. He was stuck in traffic, bro.
but I'm here. I'm here now, and I put on a shirt just for this.
What about pants? You got pants on?
That's optional.
No, absolutely.
That's optional, bro.
Absolutely.
That's what's up, man.
But so I've been trying to tell everybody to come on Twitch, start streaming your DJing set, and get away from this IG, get away from this Facebook. And I still see these people talking about, oh, they cut me off. Oh, and then I still see posts about, how do I get around the copyright? I'm like, dude, how many times you gotta? I think I'm just exhausted now because they repeating the same thing on the same forums on part of it. Didn't I just tell you all, man? I was like,
I say the same thing to them, bro, 115,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Matter of fact, San Diego legend DJ Gill, right? They continue to. He's gotten like 24-hour strikes on Facebook.
Oh wow!
Right?
Oh, wow.
And I've told everybody. I might not have told him. I might have forgotten. No. Join. I'm telling you, one, the sound is better on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than IG.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of extra stuff on Twitch, blah, blah, blah. Plus, you can set it up to make money on Twitch. But again, I've told Alan and Furious for years.
Yeah. And we finally got on board that thing.
But now that you guys are on board, now you're on, you're like, you really understand what it means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
you know what?
Then we got our boy Ryan on too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
man.
yep,
awesome.
yep.
His stuff is sick, man. You gotta check out his slow jam stuff, man.
Oh my
You
god.
know, hey, Ryan, hey,
Hit me in my
do me a
feet,
favor in the chat. Go ahead and put down your programming in the chat, man. Let
Okay,
them know
yeah.
what time that you're coming on your shows and
I'll go
whatnot.
ahead and yeah. Take
And
my
then,
note,
but
but
I wanna give a shout out to local DJ, local to San Diego. It goes by the name of DJ Cinema. Have you seen Cinema stuff, Rage?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
Yo,
Yeah, it's
man.
pretty lit.
Yeah, man,
Pretty lit.
and I jumped on it. Boom, he had like 30-something people watching that shit. He just became affiliate, and so I want to give a big shout out to Cinema, man. I was just clapping it up on his post when he said, "Yo, I'm an affiliate now." So I was clapping it up on his post. Yo, man, I said, big shout out to you because you did what everybody didn't want to do. You took the risk to go out there and build your following on Twitch while everybody else was scared and they're still trying to fight the IG and the Facebook deal.
It's like starting all over again, right, Ryan? Like
yeah.
know.
And honestly, I think that's what everybody's scared of.
Man.
Starting all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Because they're people are afraid of starting with, one viewer.
oh man.
You know what I mean? And
I'm
just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
I was just
like,
talking about that last week. I was telling Rage. I was
Mhm.
like, yo, man. Sometimes I get that empty club syndrome. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Remember
100%.
back in the day when
100%.
you were DJing? I don't care what level DJ you are.
You've been
But
there.
at one time in your career, you had empty club syndrome. I don't.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you didn't.
Oh, I had the Moses.
You know.
The Moses thing happened to me a couple of times.
Who's this Moses?
What's the Moses thing? Can you expand on that, Rage?
I'm like, huh?
I think we all had the Moses thing, man.
Yeah,
like
you.
Hey, Mr. Rage.
Hey,
Um,
let me tell you about this Moses thing. Fucking, yo, when I used to DJ Rage, like freaking back when we first, because, obviously I was in the military for some time. I was with Legend Entertainment, and then I was in the military. It took me away, then I came back. I hooked up with Rage. Yo, I'm gonna get back in DJing. Let's do this. Boom. So we started DJing again, and yo, man, this motherfucker, dude. Let me tell you about this fucker. He would leave the goddamn club because he didn't want to hear what the fuck I was playing and shit. He said, man, he's like, yo, I can't take it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just gonna do some rounds. It's like, this motherfucker, man. I was like,
I'll go to other clubs.
The rudest shit ever.
He would leave and go to other clubs.
He would, man. This motherfucker would leave.
No, you know what? Okay, you know what? And let me defend myself. Okay. The reason why I did that because Furious used to get this syndrome, like, man, there's nobody in the club, there's nobody here, and I would tell him, I said, dude, you gotta play like there's like a packed club because you never know who might be in the background listening to you. It might be the CEO of that club, it might be another CEO of another club, and what's gonna happen if you start playing like, oh man, I suck, there's nobody here. You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta be like there's like 1,000 people in front of you. So I got to a point where, like, cause what he used to do to me? He used to say, "Yo, man, I don't want to go on. Here's the headphones. Go ahead and." And I was like, "What the?" Damn. I was all like, yo. I was like, he can't do that to me when I leave, right? So it kind of taught. Well, I did it for a while. I mean, it's like, let me get on and let me show him a couple of songs, what's gonna help him, and he'll probably remember my sets. Then he'll go from there and he'll make his own sets. Then I'll get the crowd back going on, and next I can see like he wants to go back on and go on. Guess what? Moses comes along again. So you just got to give him that. I was giving him that encouragement not to be afraid.
Yeah, I would get coached up in the truck because I'd be fucking pissed. He would fucking coach me up and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. But it's all good. It's all
hey,
good,
but look, hey, Ryan, look at him now, right?
Look, doing his thing, bro.
Oh man,
doing his thing.
No, but you know who is doing this thing is freaking Ryan. Yo, tell us about this freaking tour hashtag tour life. Tell us about that. Tell us about and some of your responsibilities. Like what? Is he a hard boss to work for? Come on, you can just say it.
Nah, I mean,
Hey, we'll
yes,
just keep it between us. Nobody will know. Just tell us.
Nobody will know
right now.
Yeah.
Nobody
nah,
will know. It's just between us, man.
You know what's the crazy part, bro? That's why when you guys, people always ask me how that all happened for me, right? So I'll tell you how it started is exactly what we're doing right now. Is podcasting.
No.
I was podcasting before the term was coined. I was podcasting back in like 05, like with like when Surreal's All Stars were doing it.
Oh yeah.
We were doing it live, where you actually had to jump on Winamp and have your specific IP. You had to do all of that. So
is that still around Winamp?
Yeah, I think so. But it was so that was the only thing back in like 05, 06, 07, right? Like it was, you had to, I actually started with my other homies out in Orange County. We had a thing called Off the Record Mix Show.com. And, he owned this IP. So he was like, yo, you want to take the Monday spot? And I was like, sure, let's do it. And at the time I was still DJing in Hollywood. So I would do that on Mondays with the guys that I'd party with. So I did that. Then we named it Union Station Radio.
Oh, that's what they all be talking about, Union Station Radio. So big ups to Union Station Radio.
Yeah, Union Station Radio. I started out with a couple DJs, and the other homies were all cool, but it was a commitment. It's the hard part is the commitment. We did that for I think 4 years, So it was, and I'd bring DJs in to do sets, and we'll talk, and bro, it was dope. We did I'd have that's, and then when say 2007, Joe was just local, like a local legend, right? Like he's killing the Laugh Factories, the comedy stores, and I think he was just getting on Chelsea lately at the time.
Yeah.
So so through a mutual friend, he found out about my show, and he would crash my show. So he's like, yo, bro, and he would crash it, bro. Like, I used to have an office here in Pasadena, and that's where I would stream from. Dude, total mix boards, turntables, mic setup, everything. Dude, it was dope. And I'd bring in guests. I had like, who did I have, man? I brought in like some dance crew from Houston one time. I was bringing these like, before Instagram models, I was bringing models in, like go dancers.
So you coined the Instagram model,
bro. Dude, I was
pioneer.
I was bringing
a pioneer, bro.
Nah, man, it was just.
You were bringing like Jerry Lee in, right?
Bro, dude, I brought in. Do you guys know who Erica Medina is? She's a Latina model now. She's like a TV, but because at the time, what's crazy was this is, I didn't really spin with the Filipino scene in LA till later. I was doing a lot of the LA Latino scene. So a lot of promoters I was that I was friends with, I'd do Pasadena, Glendale, downtown LA. And these girls were hanging around.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You went over there to try to swoop over that eat and stuff,
bro. But it was fun because it's
he just want to skip over that. Look at him.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, bro. Let's keep it moving. Because they all went on to do the thing. So I'd bring like those girls in, and I'll just bring the homies in. Like we just made it whatever. It didn't matter. Like, you want to be on my show? Cool, let's talk about it. And so that happened. And like I said, Joe would crash my show. he would call me like, hey bro, I'm outside at the gate because you needed like a clicker to get in. And I was like, the hell are you doing? He goes, I know you're on right now. Let me get on. I was like, all right, cool. And what's crazy was he would jump on and just completely take over the show, which he's a natural to do that. Like, it's just could talk all day. And what's crazy, I had my boy, I don't know if you guys DJ A1, and he spins like break beats underground, like nowhere near being a commercial DJ. He just loved DJing. Uh, and he was playing it, and Joe knows none of this kind of music. So Joe's like, yo, play something else. And he's like looking at me like, I don't have anything else. I was like, bro, just talk. Do you? So we did that for a few years. And then I stopped doing it because we got rid of the office and no, everybody was moving elsewhere.
Mm.
So a couple years without it, I was in San Francisco and I went to a show because I was DJing that night in San Francisco. And I go to the green room. Hey, what's up, Joe? He goes, what up? You know, a lot of people knew me back then. I used to go by DJ Ira. So he's like, yo, Ira, what up, bro? I'm like, yo, what up, man? I want to do a podcast. I'm like, okay. He was like, no, for real, let's do it. He goes, just come to my house. I live in Studio City and we'll go to Guitar Center and buy everything you need. I was like, bet, let's do it. So we go buy all kinds of stuff. And mind you, we started streaming on Ustream when it was brand new.
Ustream, I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When it was brand new.
Savo, you remember that? Ustream?
Yeah, man, I streamed on Ustream.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I seen Jermaine Dupri DJing on Ustream.
On Ustream?
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I was like, yo, like, how do you get this to work? Or, you know, because he's always like, yo, picture looks horrible, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, no, let me figure it out. So it took me like a month till we launched the show. And his show was on Monday, and we called it Raw. It was just Monday Night Raw kind of deal.
Like WWE?
Yeah. You know, but we just called it Raw. Was, you know, because at that time now he has traction. You know what I mean? So he's on Chelsea. He was on Jay Leno. He was doing all this. So now we're getting celebrities, and I'm the dude behind the computer, just, you know, camera set, you know, producing this whole thing.
Yeah.
But we only had one really good camera, and it was focused on this one seat, this like red futon, and that's how we would do it. So, and I started doing that, you know, with him, and he had Magic was his DJ before me. So
DJ Magic?
Yeah, John Magic was his DJ.
Yeah, I remember I DJed with him a couple times.
And so, you know, they did it for maybe 3 years. And then I think Magic went back on air in Fresno. So we're still doing this stream, and it was like, all right, but then he was like, yo, other people are approaching him now that have better quality, of course. So it's like, I have a studio, we could do it. And he's like, you're right, you know, I might just go to the studio. I was like, do it, bro. Like, this is a lot to man for one kid who,
yeah, right,
you know what I mean, for what you're trying to do, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, you know, whatever, bro. Goes, yeah, you know, just, you know, then we got like Michael Yo involved, and just a bunch of dudes. Like, we had cool guests, bro. Cool guests. Like, you know, our best guest on that show was we had Roddy Piper.
No way.
Rest in peace, that guy. Yeah, he came through, 2-hour show just talking. It was so dope, man.
Oh, wow.
You know, just spitting knowledge, and I was just like, yo, he had his leather jacket, he had the kilt. I was like, and this dude's a big dude. I was
For
like,
real.
yeah, and it was so dope, man. And so that was kind of like, yo, I'm seeing where podcast, you know, I don't know, we called it streaming back then. So it was just like, yo, you know, I could see where this goes. And that's why his podcast is successful right now too. So he has the Koi Pond.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but that's all professionally produced. You know, and he, you know, who's that? He has a lot of help with the Woody Show. So the Woody Show helps him, dude. And Woody's a cool dude too, man. All those dudes are super cool because I see him like, yo, you gotta come to our show sometime. Like, sure. You know, like tell Joe to call me. I don't know. So that kind of happened, right? So that happened. And then, so I was just around, you know, I was already DJing. You know, again, I was like at Highlands at the time and you know, all that spots. And then one year he was like DJ list for like 6 months, almost a year. And he was like,
wow.
yo, bro. Yeah. He was like, hey, bro, you wanna DJ my show? And I was like, okay. And at the time, I'm not a fan of being an MC. I'm just not that guy. Like I'm not the one who's just like, yo, if you drunk, make some noise, or I don't do that. You know what I mean?
Throw your hands in the air.
Yeah, I'm kind of that DJ. If I do have an MC, I don't give him a chance to talk. I'm sorry, I don't do it on purpose. It's just the way I play. So, he was like, yeah, okay, cool. It's easy, bro. Just all you gotta do is bring us out and announce us and blah blah blah. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So my first show with Joe was in Vegas.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah, we did the Mystere Theater at Treasure Island. So that's 2,000 people.
Oh wow.
So now I'm just and mind you, doing these shows are very different than the club because people are walking in, sitting down, and just stare at you. So I was just like, yo, and you could hear everything. So because at the club, if somebody, DJs know when somebody fucks up, but it's live, whatever. But a regular, if you're sitting down and you're really paying attention, you fuck up, you hear it. I was like, oh, dude, I'm already
it's all reverberating and shit.
yeah, it's so clear. Like you're so mad you fucked up, and it's just like you're just like, damn it, man. So, anyways, that's what happened, man. Like, and it's the coolest thing. The stage manager at the Mystere, she was like, "You look nervous," and I was like, I said, "Oh, can you tell?" I was like, it didn't help because in sound check, Joe was just talking shit. Like, he goes, "Can you say ready a different way?" Like, what do you want? Like, are you ready or are you ready? Are you ready? Like, when he's fucking with me, dude. So
I can hear him doing it.
yeah, just fucking with me, man. And I'll never forget it because we had him and Michael Yo as our special guest. And it's so funny, man. He was like, dude, don't worry, you're gonna do a good job. I said, all right, man. And mind you, now it's like 7:30. Show starts at 8. The stage manager was like, you want something to drink? And this is when I used to drink a lot. So
I think that's all of us.
right?
Yeah,
Get the jitters out and stuff,
Not
So
me, I
like,
didn't drink.
Whatever.
The Savo
right?
just woke up from his nap talking about he ain't drank.
Hell yeah. So yeah, she was super cool, and she was like, "You want something to drink?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "What do you drink?" I said, "I'm a Jameson guy," and she was like, "Okay, cool." She comes back with a Pepsi cup this big with J-Mo and Pepsi.
Oh wow.
Yo, she says, I got you. Yo, I started sipping it, and the next thing you know, by like 8:15, because show started at 9, so I had 8 to 9 to play. By like 8:45, I already felt it. I was red.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it, who cares? Who cares? Show started, I did it, and then that's kind of where it started. And that year was kind of in and out. I just DJ'd basically the West Coast shows.
Yeah.
Um,
what year was that?
That's 6 years ago. 2014, 14, 15, somewhere around there.
Wow.
And then, yeah, man. And then, no, 2 years ago. I'm sorry. My bad. You can't. We let the secret go.
So fast forward now. What are your responsibilities now?
Now, bro, not much anymore. But what were my responsibilities?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. When the tour begins again.
When the tour began, maybe 2-3 years in, my responsibility at the time too, I was still designing for Joe. So I did a lot of his designs.
Oh, so you did all the
a lot of the old ones, yeah. Like,
wow, nice.
I don't know if you remember a couple years ago when I was doing a lot of motion flyers. When shit just move all over the screen, when Instagram gave you 15 seconds. Yeah.
No wonder why he be popping into his scene with smoke and shit.
Yeah.
Like he in WWE, man.
Bro. So, and then I was doing that besides the stage work, but then when I got to these venues, I do sound check on my own. I was also doing a lot of stage managing before we picked up a actual engineer to travel with us. But yeah, I was doing sound checks, mics, lights, making sure everything's cued. Uh, Bro, I did it all. I did merch for the guy too. I would set up merch. I would basically, like, if the sister wasn't there, I was the one who contacted the sellers and close at the end of the night. You know, I was the first one in, last one out. I still am. So that's what now that Netflix, bless their souls, man, changed our lives, 100% changed our lives. Now that he's killing it. Now he took a lot of responsibility off my back, man. Like, he's always like, yo, just, we got somebody to do that now. Because there'd be days he just want to hang out, like, before the show. So he's like, yo, let's go to the mall. I was like, bro, I got to be at the venue, like, in an hour. It's like, what? It's like 4 o'clock. I was like, yeah, show's not till 8. It's like, yeah, but I need you to just show up and do your thing. So now that we have stage guys now, for our bigger shows, we have lighting guys now too, man. So yeah, I did a lot, and I still do. I still kind of overlook it, make sure, that it's what he wants, because I'm the only one who really knows what he wants.
Yeah. Have you ever lost any equipment on the road?
On
the tour?
Yeah, we've left a few things. Not, dude, we left a few things. I left something actually in December, but we got it back. I was in Adelaide, Australia, and it was kind of our last show, not second to the last show on this like whole month tour. And I thought Brian, he's our sound guy now. I thought he had grabbed my controller. So we get to the van, we get to the hotel, and we're all about to go eat dinner. And I was like, "Where's my controller?" And he's like, "Oh, I thought you grabbed it. It was in the back of the van."
Ooh.
And it's like 1 a.m, and our flight's at like 7 a.m. And we're going to Melbourne after that, and we were just like, oh fuck, like, we were trying to call people. Finally we got a hold of somebody around 3, and he was like, okay, I'll be there at 6. And I was like, oh, wow. Bless your heart, man. Like, he actually dropped it off at the airport, which was dope. So, well, we've lost a few things, microphones, nothing really big, but like, I've left microphones. We've lost drones. Like,
what'd you say, your draws?
Like drones, like
drones. Oh man,
I thought you said your draws.
No.
Probably lost.
I always found those. I always found those. I got it. No, I'm just kidding. Like,
so do you get chewed out or what? Or who does the chewing
out?
No,
man, nobody gets chewed out, bro. It's kind of like, because we all fuck up. You know what I mean? Because we're so tired, bro. Like, it ain't easy, man.
Dude. Are you serious?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do we do now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's times where it's just we've done the wrong things, and it is what it is, and at the end of the day, me and Joe are pretty tight, and it's dope because I could talk to him like my brother, because he's like my older brother, and we talk like that.
Does he give you a noogie every now and then, or what?
Nah, he'll talk shit about me on stage. That's how he does it. And then, but other than that, man, like, it's like, like, I always, he said it to me before. He goes, yo, you're just that one guy on my team that just, I keep it 100 with him all the time, man.
Oh, like, word, that's pretty
dope,
man.
I'm not gonna be that dude, there are days where I'm not a yes man at all.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I keep it real. And that's why I'm blessed to still be around, because he understands, and I hope he does. And I'm glad he keeps me around, because I don't, like I said, I love him, like, if I see something wrong, I'll tell him, like, hey, bro, that's, like, we shouldn't, I don't know how I feel about that. And he'll ask me, what do you think about that? what do you think about me doing this? And I'm just like, yo, I think it's cool. Or he'll even like, yo, I got an audition on Monday. Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, sure, no doubt. Or stuff like that. What do you think? Should I play the role? Should I try to play the role? Or, what do you think we should do with these shows? Do you think I went too far with that? I'm just like, and that's how, again, like, over the years, it became, it didn't be, it was work in the beginning because I didn't know what to do,
Wow.
so,
Yeah.
I was nervous half the time, and I, don't get me wrong, I think the nervous energy became positive now because I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna rip it. I'm gonna try to rip it,
Yeah.
and but after that, it just became, that, where it's just me and him sometimes up till 5 in the morning on that bus, just talking story or talking about our families, and and a lot of, that's where he generates a lot of his material.
Yeah,
So,
I could
mhm.
tell that synergy and that relationship. The few 3 or 4 times that I hung out with you guys for a little bit,
Yeah, yeah,
and just
yeah,
like me and Rage, we always talk about the type of people that you meet in this business,
yeah.
in this industry is
Hmm.
very important. And Urge, where you at from Chicago? He was just talking about people, how some people stab you in the back. You know how it goes
Oh,
here in this
100%,
industry. So when you
100%.
meet people in the industry that are just
Hmm.
100% genuine, you
Hmm.
know, and
Yep.
you just gotta stick to those relationships because it's definitely gonna take you far, man,
Yeah,
and you guys will definitely grow up in the business and together in the
yeah,
industry.
yeah. I
But
mean, we do a lot of
yeah,
stuff,
I
even
can
just,
tell though. I can tell.
I mean, even outside of the shows, like, he'll hit me up, man. Just, it's dope. Like, I haven't seen him since freaking Canada, but he's like, yo, link me with this. Can you do that? We talk, bro, and he's he's helped me a
Yeah.
lot. Like,
I seen that what
mhm.
you're talking about when we went to dinner at Hillcrest that one
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and the way he
Hmm.
talked to you about stuff.
Hmm.
Hey, what do you think after that when I did that
Hmm.
thing on stage, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he went to you. I
Hmm.
seen that in
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
So
Because I'm not a comic, so like,
yeah,
and he knows, like, I know it, but I'm always that audience member. He goes like that. But even, he just comes to me a lot, which is dope. And I appreciate it, man. Like I said, he's helped me, so all I could do is reciprocate.
So if something
How I
doesn't
feel
work
like,
and he tells you an idea and a joke, and you tell him straight up, yo, that shit's not funny, bro.
yeah.
You tell him straight.
I'll be like, it's alright.
You be like, it's alright.
It's alright. It's alright, bro. Like, I'll say that to him. He goes, what do you, and he'll know when I don't comment, he'll look at me like, it's not funny, huh? I was like, because he knows what I mean,
He knows
I
you
don't
have
know.
a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I do, and it's kind of just like, because I always tell him, he goes, man, you like that joke? I'm like, yeah, that shit's funny, bro, because it's cut, it's not cut, uncut, raw, and I laugh about it. I'm just like, yeah, that shit was funny, bro. And mainly nowadays, what's funny is when he just riffs, so there'll be times he just like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Like, and then I'll tell him, yo, that shit was funny, bro, and he's like, all right, cool shit, and because like every time we do, he did those two specials, it's dope because he'll ask my opinion. He goes, what do you think? Which joke should I do? What, he'll ask me that. And it's cool, and this dude just got a freaking list of, this fool could do 4 hours on stage and probably kill it,
Wow.
because he's done 3. And that's when I fall asleep. But it's like, because I'm like, yo, what time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Yo, we gotta go. He's like, and I was just like, yo, but it's, our relationship's very unique, man, and of course, he's like, it's family now. We're fam. It's like, there'll be days where I don't even want to talk to the guy. You know what I mean? After you're with somebody for a month,
well, yeah, you guys are like touring. You guys are
yeah,
like
yo,
bed buddies, like literally.
yeah, like yo, go do you, bro.
Somewhere else, bro.
Yeah, because and there'll be days where he'll hit me up. He goes, "Yo, what are you doing?" I go, "Man, I'm eating lunch already, man. You just woke up." He was like, "Fuck, dude, where are you? I'll go meet you right now." It'll be days like that, you know. And it's like I said, it's one of those. It's family, you know. You can't. Oh, you need space too. You know what I mean? So you need space, man. And you know, but
well, you know what? Actually, right now, you guys are getting a lot of space, man.
100%.
You know, with this whole COVID thing going on, man. I mean,
yeah.
How has it affected you? Obviously with the tour and just
it's
overall,
Overall, it's a lot because.
Is your boss still paying you? I want to know that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, it just stays between us, man. You don't got. Don't worry, nobody's gonna know, bro. No one's gonna know.
He's helped me.
That's good.
He helped me. He did pay me for a few shows. So, because I'm not salary, you know, I'm still a gig worker with him. I'm you know, because like I never really ever negotiated money with him, and that's why it's so dope, because he takes care of me. It's that to that point where he knows what I deserve, and he's just like, yo, I'll give you a raise next year, or by the end of the year we'll double what you're getting paid. And I'm just like, oh.
You're like, oh, okay.
oh, here comes a new car.
I was good with the first 120,000.
Yeah. You know, thanks, bro. But you know what I'm saying? But you know, and even for future plans, like he wants to be involved with me. You know what I mean? So he's like, yo, what is your plan? You know, because you know this ain't gonna last forever, bro. I'm like,
yeah.
You know, because
I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you what was the plan for that. You know,
dude, just right now, nothing. But you know,
that Netflix thing just took you all to a whole different level, man. So I think it's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
100%. But it leads to things for him at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I'll be around for sure. So. But he pushes me. He's like, yo, dog, like, you have to figure something out. Like, I'll help you. Like, so.
Do you have other DJs? Do you have other like comics or celebrities who want you to DJ with, you know?
I've been asked. Yeah, I've been asked, but I'm loyal. Like Joe will be like, the fuck?
Yeah, right. I wonder if I say the same thing too. I'll be like, where are you going?
What?
Yeah.
And
I knew it had to happen.
Yeah, I've been asked to do like, you know, because it'll be like shows that.
Who asked you, like Kevin Hart, for real though?
No.
I
can't say who. I can't say who.
No.
I mean, to be honest, like it's not even. People have asked me to do like exactly the questions you were asking me. They're like, "Yo, I found out you were doing, you know, some marketing for Joe. I've seen that work you do." I was just like, "Oh, can you help me out with that?" And I was like, you know, and we'll pay you for it. I was like, I'll think about it. Because at the time, I leave that to Joe, and that's us. Because we, to be honest, like, and that's why Joe respects it, because I try to stay ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you have to.
With stuff like that. You know, now he himself has started doing his own things, like, you know, what will change. So he started, you know, he stopped doing flyers, you know, because it's like it's not interactable. It feels generic now. Now that we have access to video, we have stuff like that. It's just generic now. Like, you know, like
production value has to go up.
It's totally, you know. I mean, I do flyers because I'm lazy, you know, but I could do videos. Yo, stream here, and that could be the next thing. You know, and I've seen people kind of like, yo, go to my IG, blah, blah, blah. I do shit like that on their stories, and that's cool. I mean, much love to them. But people have asked me to do, you know, flyers. Some people ask, do I know, like, certain DJs who are like me, and I'm just like me, like what's? He goes, because they want that chemistry that no one else is gonna have.
Yeah,
it doesn't come.
That's a one-on-one relationship. You got to figure that shit out.
And that's tricky too, because not everybody has that. You know what I mean? And I remember Michael Yo brought Joe. It was a trip. I didn't know Michael Yo. DJing at ACC, at American Comedy Company here in San Diego. And Michael Yo, I didn't really know homeboy, but he had done so many shows at ACC. He had a regular weekly show. And he brought Joe through a few times. And so he goes to introduce me to Joe. And I'm like, yeah, I know who the fuck, like, I know who you are. You know what I mean?
Who are you?
And from that point on, anytime he was in Dago, we always hang out, had a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Just super nicest dude that came through the comedy club. You know what I mean? And you could see his hustle during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like he never really was trying to sit still. Don't get me wrong, he liked the mall and shopping and all that.
100%.
He was always grinding to get to that next place. Alan, didn't you DJ for him one time when he was here?
Yeah, and then we right after that we went to a club. I think it was with Alex.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I forgot Alex.
Is that what it was? Sidebar?
Yeah, and like, man, I was gonna show you the. Man, I had those videos.
Alex, right?
Yeah. And I was showing. I think I showed you, Ryan, right? And you said, "Oh, don't bring that out." Remember when Joe was pouring the bottles out?
Oh yeah. None of that.
But yeah, shout out to Alex, man. Alex, he links a lot of good people up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now he's blowing up. You know what I mean? So.
You have to try. If you haven't had his loop yet, me and him go back too.
It's a good idea.
Me and him go way back, did it, and because I used to go up to San Jose a lot to DJ too, and he moved to LA for a few years, and we'd always play tennis. So
he's a tennis player.
Yeah,
he plays.
Big.
He plays, and he'll take it to the grave. He beat me once out of 12. And he'll take it to the grave, man. 100%. He'll take it to the grave because I'm gonna
ask him that now.
Yeah, I just got back because so this links a story with Joe because Joe, we used to have a basketball team at forgot those old. What is that old the Filipino league? What was it called?
PBA?
No. It was a smaller, but it's like these. They put these teams together, and Joe had a team. So Joe bought jerseys for us, everything.
Oh wow!
And I was the smallest dude on the team. Well, yeah, technically.
It was all rapping, huh?
It was an open league. All we needed was one Filipino guy or one Asian. and we were that team.
Qualified.
Yeah, we were that team. There was a few of us, because we had some Filipino ballers, but then it was like, 4 black dudes who were like 6'5", 6'6", and they were balling. We were winning, and so we were up by like 40. Yo, Ryan, come in. I was like, let's go, baby, let's go. Yo, I got injured in 30 seconds, bro.
What did he do? Toss the ball at you?
Bro, I got Jalen Rose, bro. What he did to Kobe, dog.
Oh, wow.
Because I can't drive to the hole, man. You got freaking 6-footers in there, bro. So I pulled up on a 3, and they're already mad because this fool shoots. Up by 40. I'm like, it's my only time to shine, bro. So I threw it up, and the guy went under me and landed on my foot.
Oh.
So I sprained my ankle. So I was out for like 2 months. And
wow.
Alex kept, so when are you going to play tennis, bro? I said, I think I could play a little bit today. I can't really run, but I'll play. So he used to live in downtown, and he had tennis courts at his complex. So I go to downtown, play with him, and he beat me 6'4". Like, I'm hurt. Like, I could barely run.
He took advantage of you.
And he was like, I beat you though. I was like, oh, bro, seriously, you taking that with you? So till this day, he won't stop talking about it, man. And it's crazy. I ran it. We did San Francisco in Feb, and he was there. It was dope. He cooked for Joe, brought all the lumpia out, and you know, because me and him, we didn't stop talking. It was just he moved, but it just we just our vision was just different. You know what I mean? Like it was just that, and then he just was doing his thing, and then finally, I actually went to Oakland. We did a show in Oakland, and he came up and he's like, "Yo, come to my spot, bro, please." Like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm at the hotel down the street. Let's go." I brought our stage guy, which is a white guy, doesn't really eat Filipino food, but always down to try everything. And my other homie, I said, "Just give me your best stuff, bro. Give me your best stuff." And as much, if he's even listening, I don't care. Alex, man, as much as I wanted to hate your food, it was fucking good, dude. It was so good. I was like, yo, he gave me a Roscaldo. I was like, yo,
wow. Roscaldo, dude.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yo, what is this? And he always it's funny because he makes the tinola one, right? And he refers that to me because one year I had Super Bowl at my house and he came. And I made tinola for Super Bowl. But you know how Filipinos do, bro. We cook for like an army, dude. We cook for an army. So I cooked for I just said, it's easy, it's cheap, let's cook it. And he was like, good. And it's good. He was like, yo, why is this so good? And I was like,
put a lot of ginger.
I put a lot of ginger, yeah. And he was like, yo, then that's why every time he goes, I made tinola for you, bro. I was like, oh, dude. So it was so good to see him, man. I mean, I know we're just totally off, but
it
was good.
I mean, that's a good thing for this is because we all know Alex.
Yeah. Lumpia Company urge Alex. That's right.
You were talking about loyalty, and it's one of those things that I mean, I've only known Alex for like probably about 8 years, man, and even though. When he moved to LA and then he moved up to San Jose, like we've always stayed in touch, just random ass texts every so often. I'll think of him and I'll text him and he'll be like, "What's up?" Or he'll just hit me up and be like, show me a random ass Twitter post. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I seen this. But loyalty, bro. He'll call me and say, "Hey, so-and-so is doing something in San Diego. Tommy, you want to be a part of it?" I'm like, yeah, I'm down for whatever, bro. Let's get on.
Yeah, that's dope.
He's always been loyal, bro.
Yeah, he's the one who connected. Well, I helped Grand Open SEC with him.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. So, and he was doing the comedy thing for a while, and then, when he had to move back and all that, I think that's where the disconnection happened. But yeah, man. So it's crazy how all that came in full circle because Alex is Joe's known Alex for a while too, and because he used to like help with some of his promo before I was even involved, and
he did promo for like what San Jose Improv.
Yeah, San Jose, even some events up there, and it was cool because we were just back up there. And Joe even was like, "Yo, you still talk to Ritoto?" And I was like, yeah, man, like we're cool. He'll text me once in a blue moon or call me and just say, what are you doing, bro? Like, cool. He goes, yo, I want to see what Lumpia thing's about. I was like, word? He's like, yeah, call him, and I hit him up, because Alex was always like, yo, would it be cool if I can, do this or do that? And, Joe, especially now, we have to be particular who we associate with too, because
absolutely.
It's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. It's just it's kind of one of those things.
I mean, you have to. You have to,
right?
You have to.
So he was definitely like. So I said, "Yo, Al." He's like, "Yo," I go, "Hey, we'll pay for it, but you want to cook lumpia at the Chase Center?" And these guys are Golden State Warrior fans too. Yeah. So he's like, what? I was like, yeah, like I know you're in Oakland, but Joe wants you, if you can bring a squad and cook. you know, because that's like our pregame meal kind of deal.
Yeah.
And he goes, shout you out and everything, man. But if you're down, let's bet, let's do it. And shows up, and it was dope, man, because we had a long talk because he was like, bro, I'm so, just to him to say, yo, I'm so proud of you, right? Like, you remember doing clubs in San Jose, you drive up here by yourself just to DJ. And I was like, bro, I just wanted to leave LA. I wanted to leave. I mean, not that I love, it's my home, but he was just like, but expand. Just and San Jose was just the vibe for me at the time too. It was
San Jose has that.
It has a vibe.
There a couple of times.
Yeah, and it was dope. And so, anyways, yeah. So just to chop it back up with that, and then now these things are coming back kind of full circle, and with Joe being in the position he is now, and me being in a position I am now, we grew up in this industry. We grew up in this game.
Absolutely.
And now it's what can we do to continue, right? What's the next 10 years, right? And I know Rage asked me the question, like, what's next? And with Joe being there, was the whole thing. Like I told you guys, I'm a licensed barber. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
that's my family, right? That's my brother.
Yeah. But Joe put me through that. He paid for my school.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
So you could cut his hair.
I shave it.
Yeah.
I shave it. Yeah. I think he posted one video where you see me take the cape off, and I'm holding the razor. And
that's so dope.
Yeah. I cut his son's hair one time, and then I cut his nephew's hair. And he's like, bro, like, why don't you just make it official? I was like, you act like I got like 15 grand to pay for school, bro. He goes, is that all it costs? I'm like, that's all. I was like, well, let me do some shopping. Maybe I could find it cheaper. But at the time, to go to a good school is like 20 grand, bro, or more. Yeah. You'll go to like a Paul Mitchell or these barber institutes that put out.
Savo knows all about barber.
Who? Yeah,
bro. When I left radio, I was like, man, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
I was like, I love cutting hair, and I was on an apprentice program in at Irvine Community College.
Oh, dope.
And so on Thursdays, I would drive up there every Thursday, and three days of the month we would be in the shop cutting, and then one day we would be at the school and book stuff. Yeah. And you get your apprentice license through the board. Yeah. So I could come back to Dago, and I was cutting in shops. Yeah. Matter of fact, Alan's dad was the first dude that I hit up, and he showed me everything. He let me cut. Like, he was like, and then I had to move on because I was just too big for his dad. But yeah, I loved it. I love cutting hair. I just don't like the hours. When you're good, hours will kill you. And I was like showing up at like 5:30 and leaving at about 11:30 at night. Yep. Like, I just couldn't do it, man. The money was ridiculous too.
Yeah. Because
speaking of cutting hair, man. Speaking of Alan's dad, like seriously, here's a freaking tidbit right here. When I was in the Marine Corps in my early years, I would go to MCRD to get a haircut every week. And little did I know that it was Alan's dad that was cutting my hair for like years. I was like, I seen him. I was like, oh, what's up? There's like, no, I knew it, man. But yeah, that's a little tidbit right there, man. So let's circle it back to Twitch, right? Let's talk about your shows and your programming, man. Where'd you come up with these ideas of these golden hours? Not to be confused with golden shower.
Slaps. You know what's funny, bro? My first stream was Tuesdays, and I have no name for it yet. I don't even know what to call it, because then
testing. That's what I call mine.
Testing 1, 2, testing Tuesdays. But I think, like I said, the programming again, like the open format stuff, because those I don't really have to do any prep for.
Yeah, right.
I just turn it on, and I kind of have an idea what I want to play, and then golden hour, because the golden hour came because of my sunset session mixes, which I started like over 10 years ago. And I was like, yo, it's not technically sunset yet. You know what I mean? And I don't want to call it sunrise session because it's not 9 o'clock in the morning or something. So, and I was like, and being a designer and understanding a little photography, I was like, ooh, golden hour. That's dope. And I just kind of reversed it into, because I wanted to specifically do just 1 hour. Yeah. Which is not happening anymore.
It's not happening, bro.
It's not happening.
Yeah. Right?
It's not happening, bro.
I tell myself that too. I said, I'm only going to do an hour. Next thing you get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because even I try to, like, all right, I'm only putting 20 songs together. And I think that's an hour, right? So I was like, then I end up talking. It ends up being an additional half an hour. And I'm just like, so, because my brother was the one, like, he mentioned, goes, yo, you should just try to do like sometime midday, and see how that works. And just do an hour, bro. Like, I was like, all right, let's do it. So I was trying to do an hour, which is not happening. But again, that was because a lot of people do, keep up with me because of my R&B mixes or whatever I do. So I was
that's
like,
your staple, bro.
And I said, why not? Let's just do a show.
Yeah.
Let's do a show. And so that's why part of the series, I'm just being creative. I just put names together and say, fuck it, let's do it. No, so that programming happened Saturday. Saturday Slabs came because I did this video where I redid Chris Brown's Say Goodbye. Production wise, I did a production video, and when I was doing this video, because I started it on TikTok.
Oh,
sorry, I started on TikTok.
Oh, that's good though. That's good.
Yeah, but because
that's dude, like these, right now.
Yo, these cats, mad production behind their shit, bro. I was like, yo, that took me the whole day for 1 minute.
For 1 minute, bro.
This is bullshit.
My friend telling me, you gotta get on TikTok. Get on the TikTok game. I was like, yo, that's just a lot of fucking work, bro. I was like,
it's too much, dude. And don't get me wrong, I had the song like 90% done before I even started video. Like, I was like, I thought I was just gonna play it, whatever, and then just to get everything in 1 minute. So during that video, I just kept saying slap. I was like, yo, let me add drums that slap, plat. Oh, more slaps. And I was like, why not just slap? All right, let's call it slaps. And the theme for that too is like I like playing, like I think I've done it 3 times already, and I think I just like aggressive hip hop, like like Annie up to shit like that, like
get that slap.
I tuned into it.
The slaps, bro, just the slaps.
I tuned into it. And I was like, yo, this is different than the R&B vibes. It's like, yo, he's getting furious on this shit.
Yeah, and you end up playing like these old bangers from like 6-7 years ago, and I'm just like, yo, this shit knocks, boy, like, and so that's where that came from. So a lot of the programming was just that, and like today's show is probably more, I get the most feedback for today's show for sure. So that's what I get going, and I get the most response too, because people, and I started doing the throwback pictures of myself on these flyers.
That was a good idea.
So
it was Rage the one that put the idea in my head to put together programming.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're in the club, you have people in front of you, so you kind of know what to play. Unless you're producer and you're there performing your own music. Yeah, I get it, yada yada. But if you're just like me, regular old dude, open format guy, you have the people is what dictates what you're playing.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing for yourself, and be honest with you, if you're playing for yourself, you need to go rethink what you're doing in the DJ world. So anyhow. But you're playing for people. So when you're doing these open format, and what I found, because I'm still trying to figure out my Friday and Saturday show, was that I was like, man, because when Rage told me to put together a program, so I put together the West Coast Wednesday, nothing but West Coast music of all decades, right? And then obviously you caught the my throwback on Thursdays, which I made
Mm-hmm.
it rewind. So and those two shows have been successful, but the Friday and Saturday where it's open format, man, I'm like struggling with it. So I think I got to sit there and actually put down a program instead of
Mm-hmm.
trying to go off the cuff, man, because it's like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
like all over the place and like damn. And
Yeah.
you and Rage, remember how like I'll be like, yo, I'm fishing all night. What I call is fishing when you're trying to keep throw a song and you notice it's not getting a reaction from a certain
Mm-hmm.
from the crowd. So then you throw on a
Mm-hmm.
different type of song. And
Yeah.
and you know that different genre. You just not. I'm like, yo, I'll be texting Rage in the middle of the night at the club. Like, yo, I've been fishing all fucking night, yo. I
But
know what the fuck to do, man.
it's different though now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
streaming,
different.
the
If
streaming
the
thing
streaming
is
is
different.
totally different because you know what, and you control it. You control your show. You know,
Yeah.
you control what you want to play. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you control what you want to hear. But you know, it takes a lot of work. You know, you gotta,
Exactly.
man. I remember like my, you know, Fierce is when are you gonna put your show, man? I go,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I got to put it together first. You know, I'm looking for songs. You know, I don't want it to be random and start playing shit and then be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know. So it does. You have to put work into
Yeah.
it. A lot of
It's
people
work.
think, yeah,
It's work. It's work. Like
Yeah.
for today's show, like I started kind of cutting hair for friends. Today was the first day I started it, so out of quarantine and friends I know who've been in quarantine. So I cut hair this morning, but I woke up early just to put the sets together.
yeah,
Yeah.
So the golden hour sets I put together, because to me it's like, all right, if I don't put an effort to at least get 1 good hour, then why do it? Like it's,
Man, yo,
you know, it,
I love that golden hour, dude.
yeah, man. That's what it's become, man. And it's like, so you know, that's like a mission. So now I did add another show, um, but I do that on Mixcloud. So I wanted to try Mixcloud.
Oh, how's that? Alive?
Yeah,
yeah.
How's
How is
that?
yeah. To be honest, dude, like I think because Mixcloud is built for the music community.
Yeah.
So off the whim, I got like 70 plus views.
Wow.
People I don't even know. I mean, the chat was dead because it was 2 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
Because that the goal for me on that was to, you know, that's why when I tagged it as like, you know, it's for my international fam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's 8 o'clock in Australia, 6 o'clock in the Philippines. You know, I was trying to target that time frame, you know, because and they love EDM. Most of my fan base is here. They don't. Some love it. That's great, you know.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and to me, it was kind of a chance to re-engage with the music because I don't play it often.
Yeah.
But you know, I think one time in the chat, people were like, "Yo, what does Ryan know about like house music?" And my boy was on there. He goes, "You guys don't know, he started playing house. That's what I
yeah.
started playing."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's what I, you know, so I've always had a love for it, you know. So I was like, oh, let me try a show, and that's a 1 hour show too.
That's
But I don't really talk because like it's late.
You don't have to. You
I don't have to. I don't have to
that.
talk. Yeah, and I was so focused, bro, because I was like, I don't know the music that well. So it was like, when do I put the song in? You know, when do I mix it in? I don't know that like off the hip. I can't, you know, I have to study it again. So anyways, with Mixcloud, you know, because I mean, as just the people who follow you there, you know, just for your mixes, now they do the streaming. Yeah, I got like 71 views on the first one, which was dope. And I had a couple you know,
This is the
people.
Mixcloud show?
Yeah. This is my Mixcloud show. I do it Wednesday morning at 2. Well, I'm at 1 now.
Damn.
2 is too late, man. I was like, yo, as soon as I left my shit on and went to bed.
So
that's Savo. That's Savo.
Hey, I was about to say I need to get that address because I'm gonna use that.
What's your Mixcloud?
It's just it's DJ Ryan Live.
DJ Ryan Live.
Yeah. So, but when you stream, they put mixcloud.com/live/your name, but they don't save it. That's the only difference with Twitch. You have the VODs and you have the save videos.
You gotta download them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So Mixcloud doesn't do that yet. It's beta still, but it was clean, dude. To be honest, it was super clean. It was straight to the point. They have a chat room. I was chatting with like 5 people. It was dope, and I was like, "Yo, this is cool, man." And and to be honest, I kind of looked into that when Furious went off on Twitch. He got mad. Yo, he was hella mad at Twitch. He's like, man, I was wrong. Fuck. I was like, what's happening? What's going on? I was like, oh, just when shit was starting to work for me, I was like,
so you were trying to find an alternative. See?
Well, you know what's crazy is I've always like that night too. I streamed on YouTube for the first time. So
how'd that go?
You get cut off?
No, it's actually up.
Wow.
it's still there.
Savo told me.
Yeah, Savo was talking about that. Did you credit them
Jazzy
or something like that?
Like Jazzy Jeff, you have to credit the music in there.
It's
right, Savo.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. If you make a list of who own you, and matter of fact, it's only the ones that if you upload it to YouTube and you get a copyright strike, you gotta address those individual strikes. That's it. That's all you have to do. Other than that, everybody else free reign, bro.
That's dope. Yeah. So I tried it for the first time and it was dope. It's still up, but I mean, it's one of those. It's that whole thing you were talking about earlier about why people still stream on Instagram.
Yeah.
You see, it's starting over. I mean, I had to start over on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, when you have so many thousands of followers on IG, I did IG live once, like the past month.
Wow.
Not DJ. I didn't DJ. I just put my phone up and I basically did a beat live in front of 200 people.
With pants on or no pants?
Just no pants. Then I got shut down. But this is the crazy story about that. That was the whole thing because something keeps telling me like just try it, but I won't last 5 minutes, dude. 100% won't last. I don't know how these other cats do it, but
I don't know. I mean, nobody.
But that's the whole thing,
out, man.
In my opinion, that's my whole thing because people want to see 100+ people viewing you. That's what they want, and I want that too. And especially like now, like how we're like affiliates now, and now I have to average 75 viewers. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, how am I, to become a partner, right? Like, that's, I think that's the thing. So, I'm like at 35, 40, something like that. And I'm like, yo, and I'm don't get me wrong, I'm happy with that. I don't care if I'm not a partner or not. I really, honestly, don't even care if I was an affiliate. I just wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was like, all right, cool, but that's that feeling you get when you're like, like you said, that 0 people in the club syndrome thing, whatever. That's what I think these other guys who stream worry about, of starting over. Like, yo, like it's trying to move your base from all your other social media that's already popping to go download something else to watch you DJ.
No, absolutely.
So now, like I said, I did that live producing, right?
Yeah.
No problem for about an hour. And then I ended up bringing in my artist, because we debuted her another single.
Let's talk about that.
and then so but this is what happened. So I said, look, before I play her new single, let me play her one that's available now on all platforms, whatever. Bro, I got kicked off for playing my own song.
Where? On which platform?
On IG.
What?
Yeah, I said, yo, so go to Apple Music now and stream this song, and I played it. And she was there. We were split screen. I was at like, man, I don't know how many viewers. It was dope because she brought people in. And then, it's, oh, your session's ending. The fuck? I was like, and then, then I was like, oh, if I get kicked off, just jump back on so we could play the new single. And I got kicked off.
Wow.
So in a way, it's good and bad because it's like you know, as an artist or producer, I don't care. Play my shit. You know what I mean? Like play it, man. And then we got back on. And she was like, "What happened?" I go, "Dude, we got kicked off for playing our own music because it's out there, it's streaming already, and that's cool because they try to protect us. But from what? Like, what are you protecting me from, man? The key is for people to hear the music.
To hear it and then start clicking on the
clicking
on it on the platforms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why, and then when I got, the results at the end, it was like, oh, my first stream had like 300 some viewers, and the other one was like 100 something because I only streamed for like 10 more minutes.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, in my heart, deep in my heart, I was like, damn, that's dope. I wish I had 300 some people watching me DJ on Twitch, but
right.
And that's the feeling, right? That's what you want, And
eventually you will.
Nah, I'm working on it, man. It'll take time, but I'm not stressing.
Right, Savo?
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I mean, with Twitch, it's like it's a grind like any other grind. What are you willing to put into it? How hard are you willing to work towards it? And unfortunately, for a lot of stupid people in the world, talent takes you a long way on Twitch, and luckily it's been watered down to the point where there's so much whackness on Twitch. When you finally find, in DJing, when you finally find a sick ass DJ, man, your channel's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Twitch is very finicky, but it's a lot of grind. It's just like anything else in your life, man. It's just grinding it out, grinding it out.
It's dope to know, man, because like, it's not like I'm just doing it now. It's kind of just like excited to see where it goes.
But it's cool though. I mean, honestly, some of the best spots that I have DJ'd is the smaller intimate clubs and the smaller intimate lounge, like the speakeasies, and everybody's in there.
Those are the best.
And it's more intimate. And so, I mean, I'm not trying to sell like, okay, because I only have like 15, 30 fucking people watching me, but it is cool because I get to interact with 15, 30 people.
100%.
And I see that. You have like what, like you're starting on average like 50, 60 people, right? Watching your shows, and we tune in. I tune in every Monday just to fucking cry like a little bitch. Like a little fucking bitch, man.
It's crazy that, I'm trying to build my show around all you guys, like I don't want to stream when you're streaming because I want to catch your show. I want to catch.
I've done
I want to, I want to just be there and troll. That's all I want.
well, hey, Ryan, before you say that, Ryan, I was gonna say too. One of the things when I got on I first started DJing on Twitch, and nobody came through. Nobody wanted to hear hip hop. They would come through for a second, they cut. Twitch was very. It still is very drum and bass EDM.
The anti-hip hop.
Yeah, and so I stopped and I started painting. And one of the
guy's painting though, by the way.
Yeah,
it's coming along, bro. It's coming along.
That's dope. That's so dope.
I know.
I'm
fucking ill, homie. No, I'm just
no, 100%. But that's dope.
One of the things that we did in creative, because we were such a small community, and I still do it today on the block, man, and I do it with everybody, not just artists. I do it with DJs and artists and gamers, whatever, talk show, people and just chatting, whatever, is that I know that it will grow. You know what I mean? I went through all of Twitch for months and scooped up as many hip hop heads that I could. So we were doing graffiti, traditional art, DJing, hip hop and R&B. Like I would scoop them up. Like, hey, be on my team, let's do this. So then you promote each other. What I found is that we do piggybacks. So like, I like streaming late. So we'll have a friend of ours who's on the team stream, and they go and host the next streamer. And that streamer, gets their even more of an audience, and we share audiences, and then they host another one, and we do that throughout the week, and it's just piggybacking. So like my homeboy Jeremy, he would get on early, and then as soon as he's getting off, I'm getting on. And we would just piggyback like that, and then you share communities. And I think
absolutely
with Twitch, Twitch really needs a hip hop community to do that, because hip hop isn't the biggest genre in the world for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It just hasn't been introduced, on the platform. And once it does, once it really takes hold, it's a wrap. Like everything else it attacks. You feel me? So, but we just need to get like all these DJs, hip hop DJs together and share. And that's it's not a common thing on Twitch. Gamers still don't share about other gamers. And if you mention anybody else's channel and somebody else's channel, they'll ban you. But
that's a no on Twitch, right? Talking about your stream on someone else's channel. Yeah.
But as hip hop heads, we've got
permission.
We've got to support Ryan's stream because a lot of people won't know about Saturday slaps. Like, and then we got support Furious. People don't know about Mondays and Furious's whole set, and Rage spins a whole different set than Furious, and Bonic, DJ Bonic off the hook. And then you got Pong, who's in Japan, who's one of the coldest DJs, and he's been on Twitch the longest. You know what I'm saying? As
making far as mad money.
And making made it work. Made Twitch work for him as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? But you got like all these great, amazing hip hop people. And when I say hip hop, I'm talking about like hip hop dance, graffiti artists, DJs. And I think I'm probably one of the only dope, sick ass MCs on no, I'm just kidding. But you got rappers. You do have rappers. And it's just hard to find. But if we share, what happens is we're all gonna grow. But if we share, we grow even faster and bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I really think that's a big deal to share in the hip hop community. And I think we just need to spread that, bro, and just show Twitch. Well, check this out, man. Y'all might not want us here, but we're not going nowhere. And this is rap money.
Yeah.
And we'll be at the next TwitchCon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
Because I'm tired of hearing goddamn techno and EDM DJs at TwitchCon, bro. They had Logic last year. And I was so happy, and so many people were like left to go get hot dogs. And I was like, whatever. Fuck y'all. I love the fact we had Logic. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been telling the other DJs was, well, also you got to build your community. Not only do you stream, but you have to spend some time on Twitch and start jumping in people's communities. And start going in there and start building that relationship, man. Yo, it's like starting over. You're going out. Hey, what's up? Here's my flyer. Check it out. What's happening? It's the same. It's the same thing, but now it's here. And I don't know. I mean, I've developed so many relationships on Twitch just by going to a room, hanging out. Yo, what's up, dude? Da da da. Yo, that's a dope track. Yo, da da da. You know, I'll look at other DJs. Yo, it's dope. And I'll communicate. You know what? And I'll be honest with you. I go into the rooms that are like 30, 40 people. 20 people.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I don't go to the rooms that got like 1,000 people. Because if I say something, they're not even gonna pay attention.
Except some of them.
So I jump in there and I say, hey, yo, what's up? And then we start talking. I was like, yo, that's a dope track. Well, yo, that's that Drive by 12. Yo, that's that track from the Sound Bomb. And it was like, yo, big shout out to Fierce. He knows what he's talking about. Hey, go ahead and follow him. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, boom, I got like 10 new followers right there.
But
you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying everybody should do this, but you know what, man? I'll take a snapshot on my phone and tweet it out that so and so's on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to hip hop, and I'll put it on Instagram and I'll share it on my Snapchat. And because if I'm not streaming, and I'm in their chat or whatever, I want other people to know about it. And then when I start streaming, I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I talk about Rage and Furious and now Rye all the time. Like, I'm gonna talk about anything dope.
Yeah.
Now, if you're whack as fuck, I'm not fucking with you. But anything dope, we need to support and we need to grow. And I'm not saying everybody gotta do it my way.
That's what he's talking about.
No, but it's just like what we're doing now with the guys from Chicago, Dance from Home. Man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know if you got on that yet. With the guys from Chicago, Urge and them, and they do. All of us do like a set, you know, like an hour set.
Well, that's dope.
You
Is it
know.
EDM?
No,
No,
it's like
What's
well, it
it called?
depends. Yeah, it depends. It's like whatever you choose. Well, you know,
Oh, it's
sometimes have different
just
topics, or like
just get on,
one
man.
time I put together a Prince tribute,
Oh, dope.
and then another time they said pick 3 artists or producers,
oh
and
yeah,
I think that was
I,
fun. I put some work into that set.
yeah.
I was like
I had to put work
pick
in
a
that too.
track, you know.
Mine was
That's
a
dope.
Neptunes,
Yeah.
Jermaine
Oh.
Dupri, and
There's Jeff right there. Yo, Jeff. Big shout out to Jeff in the chat. That's the founder right there, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
word,
we
word.
need to clue in my man Ryan, Jeff. Need to get him in on it, homie.
yeah.
Chill, bro.
But you know, it's cool though, because like all of us were all sharing the views, and just like what Savo was saying, it's actually going to help us all grow. You know, then when
Yeah.
this whole COVID thing's over, then you know we'll be in that other market. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And and it's all about sharing the markets, man.
Yeah,
And,
100%.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, like Urge over here. He was just talking. He brought me up to Chicago, man. That was a freaking dope time right there, dude.
Yeah, that's dope.
Sharing
So,
the
Chicago got
yeah,
Chicago.
Chi-town.
Chicago in the chat room.
They're rolling deep in there, man.
But the Cholas are tuned in. The Cholas are tuned in.
They're rolling deep, bro. So yeah,
I've even streamed from the club. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
dope.
like when the fellas are when the fellas
yeah.
stuff, I've streamed from the club, and those are some of the biggest streams I've ever had. Like our backyard boogies over at Big Daddy's pad were some of the biggest streams I've ever had, bro.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm talking thousands and thousands of people watching us get down.
That's
dope.
So I mean, it's just, you gotta,
absolutely.
you know, I've always said this with Twitch. It's got to be familiar with Twitch, but it's got to be something different to bring people in. You know what I mean? I think Ryan, you're doing an amazing job at something different.
Thank you.
Freaking Rage is off the hook with like his setup, and then of course, you know, Furious, man, he got a whole different thing going on over there. You feel me?
Yo, big shout out to Mr. Heck for the follow. Yo, this dude. If you don't know who Mr. Heck is, this dude got tracks for days. You know what I want to see?
What's up, Heck?
I want to see an R&B battle between Mr. Heck
yeah.
and Ryan Live. I would pay money for that, man. I would pay money for that, bro.
Yeah, he has some dope ass tracks, dude.
Yo, that's dope.
What's that club he does? He used to be on Thursdays, I think.
It's like a neo soul
vibe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's Ryan's kid right there, man. That's
Ryan, link up right there when
that's dope.
When this whole COVID shit's over, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys should link up, man.
Let's do it.
Heck is the man, homie.
There he is, Neo Soul Tuesdays.
Neo Soul tracks for days. Yo, Ryan, yo, talk about your artist, homie. Let's put that on blast.
All right. Jezreel Sanchez. Make sure you guys follow her at Jezreel. We started working July 4th last year, and she went to I'm trying to remember. She went to the music school here in LA. I wish I knew, but it was one of those where let's take it back. So it's been about a year. Rage, you know Paulos, right? Do you know Paulos Furious? Alan Paulos?
No.
You know Alan, bro. Rage?
Do I know him?
Yeah, you know.
We were all usual suspects back in the day.
Yeah.
That's who we were. And so anyways, I reconnected with him. He reached out to me because when my pops passed away last year, and he and crazy story with him, he lost both his parents within a matter of months.
Oh.
It was like he was getting married in the Philippines.
That's rough.
And his dad was there. He was flying to the Philippines, and that's what he had to land to find out his pops passed away. But Alan's always been a spirited dude, so good guy, man. And anyways, he reached out to me because I haven't really talked to him, man. And he was like, "Yo, when's the services and whatever." I was like, I'm keeping it kind of private just with the fam. He goes, "Bro, I'm not fam." I go, "You are. You hit me up. You're fam. Dope." He goes, "Well, it's here. Cool." And after that, I go, "Just come to my house. We're doing food." So production started with her and another artist at the same time. He was like, "Yo, you have something up your sleeve, right? I'm just like, I'm just like, what? Why? It's like, I know you, bro. I know how you work. He was like, why? He goes, because you'll come out of left field with like something wow. You'll just wow everybody from left field. And you've always been that dude, but if you do it quietly. I was like, dude, like, that's why when people like, oh, production battles or whatever, I'll say here, I'm not a musician. I'm not. I own a guitar. I don't know how to play. I have I have all this behind me, and kid you not, about 80% of the big producers out there aren't musicians either.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. They don't get, and you don't need to be a musician to make good music, but I learned, I understand it. Like, we're DJs. We know what we want to hear. We know what we want to do. Anyways, besides all that. So he was like, yo, I noticed you started posting little beats on your Instagram. I'm slowly leaking stuff out. I was like, yeah, I invested money in it. I might as well it's kind of like me in the barbering. I never really put that many pictures of my fades or anything like that. You know what I mean? Oh, he's like, yo, he used to work for like ABS-CBN. So a lot of Filipino American artists that are so talented that don't have access to anyone that's willing to make music. And he kind of put it out there, yo, I want you to meet these people. So I first met her name is Anatolia. Some people in San Diego, she's like in the car community out there. But she was on The Voice. She was on Team Alicia like 2016, I think that was the year. So I got introduced to her, and we almost finished the record, but she had family problems, so, and she lived out like over there, like Marietta, far from me at least. She came down to Pasadena, recorded. We wrote together, it was dope. That's not over yet, so don't get that. That one, she's gonna come out the box heavy, dude, because she's good. She's dope. Little girl, but fucking can belt. And her melody game was so fire. Like, I wrote down a song, she just sang it. I was like, whoa, like that's so dope. So anyways,
right song, man.
And so anyways, Desiree. So I started working with Desiree July 4th last year, because she was like, yo, are you doing some July 4th? I go, nah, I'm over it. Like, I'm tired. I just want to stay in, or work. She was, I'm down to record. I was like, oh, okay. So we started recording the song that's on the platforms now. So I met her actually through Alan. They introduced, and I actually met her. Well, I invited her to the Kiana Lede concert at the Roxy here in LA.
Oh yeah.
So I had like 4 tickets. So I was like, I was trying to take a friend of mine, but she couldn't go. And I was like, yo, she was posting stuff about Kiana. I was like, hey, you want to go see Kiana? And she's like, yeah. I go, well, I have 2 tickets. Go bring your friend. I'll just meet you there. And she's like, okay. And she ended up just coming after work by herself. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, cool. So we got to know each other. And I was like, yo, you like this kind of music? Is this your style of music? And she was just like, well, yeah, I love it. I love Kiana. I love Kaylani. I love that style. It's like, okay, bet, let's work. So it took me a few months to, this is the part which is crazy, because now I'm developing an artist. Don't get me wrong, she could sing already off the bat, but a singer versus someone that gets in the lab and work is 2 different things, So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's like, I heard a sound that I couldn't get out of her. And I was like, yo, that's not you. I wrote a song that's not her. So finally I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's hit your angle. Let's do it this way. So finally, after months, because I was on the road, so I was working with her maybe once or twice a month. So it took like 4 months to finally get 1 song done.
Yeah.
But we got it done, because like I said, I was home 2 days a week, 3 days a week, man, and it was just impossible get go in the studio and crush it,
So is it like one of those things where, like, for example, was she a YouTube star or?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
Starting from scratch, right?
Yeah, from scratch.
That's even better. Yeah, because I heard that people that are stars on YouTube don't necessarily translate well in the studio.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
No, I know a lot of people like that. 100%. I know a lot of people like that. And so basically we got in the studio. First few sessions was just kind of getting to know each other. Like, yo, what do you feel about music and all that? So anyways, at the end of the day, we were just finally caught a vibe. I was like, I finally figured it out. I was like, yo, I can't give her a complicated Kehlani track or that style. You know what I mean? Because she's very, and she admits it. She's very Disney. She's very clean, dude. Okay. She'll kill a cover. She'll kill it.
Well, you have a track on Spotify right now, right?
Yeah, I do. With her and
pull it up. Let's listen to it.
Yeah, can I play it?
IG won't take us down.
Are you gonna hit me up? Are you gonna complain about some copyright?
IG won't shut me down.
All right, why don't you go ahead and introduce the track, and I'll play.
So this song is called "Love Lost" by Desiree, produced by me.
I'm gonna block your face, Tommy.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, engineered by me, co-written by me.
Wow.
Look at that skill.
All you, huh?
Killing the game.
The only thing I didn't do was sing on it. That's like,
he can sing. I'm waiting for him to sing on
everybody's waiting for me to sing, bro.
Yo, here. Let's sample it.
Let's hear it.
Let's do it, man.
But here I am, just trying to get through. I thought you had some love to give to, but all these lies I just can't do.
I don't hear you.
Somehow I say, don't know what to do.
Barely.
It's playing on his stream.
Yeah.
What happened? Stop? There you go.
There's something about you. It's lovers to be lovers, and if lovers and my lovers, it's lovers to be lovers, and if lovers and my lovers.
I hear it. It's on his stream, so if you listen to the stream, it's on. Yo, this is all you, Ryan?
Dude, I'm in my feels already and shit. I'm in my fucking.
It's a lot of me. It's a lot of me.
I
didn't sing. She killed it.
Into the feels, bro. Yo, hey, you all seen it, right? Yo, cop it, Spotify, dude, right there.
Yeah, please.
Love Lost by Desiree. But you guys have something cooking coming up though, right?
Yeah, we're finishing her EP. Luckily, we recorded. We finished one song. It's kind of her intro track. Cause I'm doing just like I do mixtapes, bro. Like it's a story. We're telling a story, 100%. We're doing 5 songs plus a cover. It's just a mixtape we're putting out, kind of an EP. Got my other buddy, Canvas Music, who we just finished. He produced that track, but I co-wrote it with him. This other one I co-wrote. This whole EP is gonna be a lot of me.
So you're talking about we're gonna be all up in the fields. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, 100%.
That's
100%. 100%. So man. So that she's dope, man. Great girl. She's amazing. Like I said, look out for her. She's killing the game too, man. She does a lot of like quick covers online or on her Instagram. That's like I said, it's dope. It's the development process, which is I'm enjoying. Because I've never done that. A lot of
no, it's good.
Yeah, a lot of producers are like, yo, I want that. I'm not even like I'm comfortable with my production, but it's at that point where it's like, it's like you're DJing or like you're streaming, and it's like production. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
If I like it, I like it. So that's the mentality I have now, where it's like, yo, you know what?
No,
you like it, that's cool. I don't care. Like somebody will, and I tell her that too,
yeah, for
because
real.
she's very in her head about how she
No,
sings.
dude,
You
I
know,
listened to it. It's got your sound all
yeah,
over it, bro. It's got
100%.
your sound. I can tell. Yo, I'm all up in the fields and shit.
You.
Yo, did you see the shirt? Talk about
Yeah,
the
I
shit,
seen
bro.
it.
Talk about the shirt, man.
Yeah,
What
that
is this
rooted
rooted
movement.
about? What is this about?
Oh, yo, so I'm not a founder of Rooted, but I'm now the creative designer for Rooted Movement. And it's one of my best friends, my brother, not my brother, but he's like a brother to me. Is it Waki? He jumps online sometimes. He usually
Yeah,
jumps
yeah,
online.
yeah. I see Walkie on your
So
streams.
yeah. So Rooted initially actually started with our other homie DJ Aber. Um, and he used to have a store in Pomona that was called Rooted Movement, and he sold streetwear, Stussy, Nike SB, all that good stuff, right? And he just had store brand, those are now like store shirts or what do they call it, shop tees. They're shop tees, just your brand on it, right? And so that kind of went dormant for years. And Waki was always, he was a big part of the Hawaiian community. So he started throwing events and going under Rooted Movement, like entertainment kind of deal. So he would bring out, he would do small gigs, intimate gigs, like you'll get like 2 Story Zori at like on a Wednesday night because they have a big gig on Thursday. I mean, just piggyback on some of that stuff, and they're all all aloha, right? So that's kind of how it started, and then and he was my roommate. So that's where I kind of get some of my Hawaiian understanding, I guess, because of him. I know the food, I know the culture a lot more because of him. He's a brother to me, so I learned that. And then so he was designing shirts, and they had another designer. Rest in peace to Moke, man. He passed away last year.
Yeah.
And his thing was all about aloha. So that's where that was. So, it's been dormant. Then finally, me and him talked so much. I was like, hey, bro, like, let me jump on board. Let me just design some stuff. And he was like, okay. So I started designing, which we're probably launching this summer. Because what you have on and the stuff I've been kind of giving away are all.
No, I earned this. I didn't give.
Yeah.
I earned it, man.
You earned it. Bro,
I was driving it in your last contest. I almost won that. Luckily, I couldn't type it while I was driving.
So he
almost crashed for that shirt.
He almost crashed for that.
No, he was giving a contest today. Where's Frida at? Frida got like a whole wardrobe. And shit.
she quick, man.
She winning all the contests.
Yeah, she
big shout out to Frida winning all these contests.
Yeah,
online streams and stuff like that, man.
Dude.
What about your shirt? Where's your
my
shirt? Show it, sport it. There you go. Yo, where can we cop that, man? That's sick.
It's not out. It's not out yet, man.
He just teasing us.
I love that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
It.
That's like that subtle flex. Oh, this shit? Oh, yeah.
That's
it ain't out yet. I know I'm wearing this shit.
Yeah, man. So no, anyway, so follow at Keep It Rooted for the Rooted Movement stuff.
At Keep It Rooted.
Yeah, we're launching hopefully June, July. Mine will probably be end of the month, just for fun, for now. For now. Because these are, my boy sent me a few, and I'm picking the shirt I want that it's on. So because I'm not just putting it on triple A's. I'm just not doing that.
Put it on the thin shirts that
Yeah. Oh, this is a thin. See, the one that the Furious have is the cotton, the thick cotton. Because a lot of the Islanders love that shit, man. So
yeah, but you know what? The deal was it's supposed to smell like Jakar. It ain't smell like no motherfucking Jakar,
I
man.
thought I did, bro.
You didn't even smell that shit. No, he was on the stream talking about his colognes and shit.
Yeah,
man.
They're like, what cologne you wear? I'm like, what?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, big shout out to Aquatech. What up, man? But
Yo,
yeah, man, dude, it's like, all right. So
yo, what up, man? Yeah.
tell us what else you got coming up, man. Go ahead, shout it out.
Well,
Uh,
real quick, Rod,
yeah.
while you're thinking about it,
Let's
I got
go.
to cut because I got to, it's May 4th, and I have a commitment to the block as well.
Yeah,
And
man.
Okay.
another artist that I'm multi-streaming with tonight
Oh,
works.
dope.
So I got to cut, Rod. It's good
What
to
up?
see you again, bro.
Pleasure, bro. Good to
Ray,
see you,
I
man.
love you to death. And Furious, again, bro. My apologies, player, for being a little bit late, bro.
I'm just gonna put it on the menu. Yo, freaking Savo's gonna show up by 30 minutes later, so let's go. You know, I'm gonna get this
It
time
might be
on
like a traditional thing for me to just show up late.
like 30
Do it.
minutes late.
Do it, bro. Do
Yo,
it.
hey,
That
hey,
painting
shout out,
though,
man.
that painting in the background.
I'll check out your
Oh, yeah.
stream later. Make sure you follow at Savo. Was it
Yes.
Savo? How many eights is it?
888
At
38.
Savo 888.
Yeah.
Just
Yo,
like
make sure you follow him too. Check out his stream
Okay.
after my. Don't leave yet, motherfuckers. Wait till we're done. Damn.
Yeah, but I gotta cut. I
You
love you
gotta
guys.
cut.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. I'm
Ryan,
talking
for
about
real,
I'm talking about
Thank you,
everybody
bro.
watching this show.
Appreciate
Don't
it.
leave and go to his show. Just
And
hold
just
up.
know, Ryan, I'm gonna probably be jacking your streams for music for my stream. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Later, Savo.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Yeah, make sure you follow Savo, man. He's the
100%.
Want
homie,
to be
right?
with you.
Mad
Yeah,
fam, mad
yeah.
fam, right there, dude.
That's dope.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. That's dope.
All right, so you got your artist. You working on a new track. You got some shirts, the Rooted brand. You got
Yeah.
your own shirt.
Yeah.
You got your own shows on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah.
So before we roll out of here, why don't you give the DJs some advice on how do they build their brand on Twitch?
Bro, just do you, man. Do it because you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And Rage were talking about, yo, it's work, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
It actually gives me something to do, especially now, right? Like, what else do we got to do, bro? Like, and to me, I feel, yeah, for those who want to start streaming, it's don't be afraid to start over, because I was scared. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
We all were.
I was like, yo, but you know, you're finding avenues to pick that back up. But for my advice for DJs who do want to stream, you know, test it out. Like, it's funny because, you know, like Furious helps people, you know, he's helped me, you know, and I try to reciprocate as much as I can with any help I get. I had a friend who actually hit me up for help,
Yeah.
which was dope. I was like,
No,
what?
your
Like,
shit's tight, bro.
you know, and that's what he was like, yo, man, because he actually caught my Mixcloud one, right? And he was like, yo, that's so clean, bro. Like I want mine like that. I was like, bro, like, well, what do you want to do, you know? And I designed a layout for him, a real quick one. So just give me your logo or something and your info. And I go, because I think a key is, my thing is simple. I've always designed simple, very, very minimal, which has now become the norm.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In design. Yo,
We
you
were
should see
talking about that, Rage, right?
You should see my flyers from like 2012. They look like flyers today.
Simple
like,
is dope.
That's
Yeah.
how it was, you know. And now I'm trying to adjust my curve and find out where I'm going with it. But like I said, don't be afraid to start. You know, like I said, it's not force feeding my current followers. Like Paula said, you know, she was like, yo, but those who jumped with you on Twitch are your real fans. That's dope. That's Pink Baby, you know, and she's from Jersey, you know, and she
Big
said
shout
that.
out to Pinky Baby
Yeah.
214 for the Jersey.
Yeah,
What up, Chola
yeah,
Squad?
Jersey's tuned
Yeah,
in.
baby.
And I was reading it, Paula, I saw it, and she was just like, yo, well, that's, we're 100% your fans. And, you know, and it's like that, you know, and you find a connection with these fans because it's like, fuck, man, they're fam now, you know what I mean? Which
Right,
is dope.
exactly.
You know, because like Paula, I met her at the shows, and you know, and her husband, and now when they went to Jersey, I was like, you know, right, come say hi to, you know, and I come out, and it's what and this is my way of kind of, you know, communicating back, and because it's tough being here stuck at home, dude. Like, coming from, you know, what I was used to being, never home. I was never home. Now that I'm home, so stream. Like, don't be afraid to stream on Twitch. Just start streaming, period. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, stop Instagram or whatever. I'm not saying any of that. I still try to jump on Facebook once in a blue moon and see where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much easier on Twitch, man. It's just so easy and it allows a platform like it's totally AOL vibes in the chat room and just a throwback to me. It's a throwback because it's so simple, and that's what we want. It's a simple platform for us as community who wants music, and people who follow you would appreciate it, and like I said, I'm not force feeding anybody to jump on anything, but it'll, like Savo said, keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
And it'll happen. You know what I mean? And
it will.
I believe that. Even when this is over, man, I'm already thinking of, I keep saying it on my show. I was like, yo, man, I'll still be here at least once a week.
Yeah.
And I chose Tuesday because I know I'm home on Tuesdays. So, because my flight's either come home on Sunday or Monday, and I either fly out on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So Tuesday is my laundry day, and might as well throw on something. Even if I gotta reset everything up, I'm gonna do it. And that's my advice to a lot of you guys who want to stream and get involved. Be creative, man. I mean, don't go look at everybody else's stuff and be like, man, I want mine to be like that. Get ideas from it, for sure. You know
absolutely.
what I mean? Like
I seen the smoke. I seen you coming out the smoke. And I'm like, yo, I need to step my shit up, homie. I seen Urgent shit from Chicago was dope too. I was like, yo, I need to step my shit up, man. These
man.
Fucking Ryan's coming out the goddamn smoke and shit, man.
And fire.
Right?
Yeah, they got fire
too, dude.
I just added the light show on Saturday too.
God, stepping up the stream.
I see Rage's like layout. I was like, the fuck is happening here? Right? I was like, yo, I just stepped into like outer space. It was so fresh. Because when I saw Rage's, I was like, hold on, man. Hold on. Like, how you do that? How you do that?
Look like he on the fucking Enterprise.
Yeah,
and shit.
bro. All right,
so we got Monday. We got the golden hour on Monday. Comes on 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
And then Tuesday, what you don't know the name?
Tuesdays, I don't have a name.
hey, go ahead and help name it, chat. Go ahead.
Everybody's been trying it. So, I came up with an idea. I might call it like just some
Rampage.
Yo, and then so I think Tuesdays is still open at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. What's the format on that?
That's open. I mean, it's leaning towards just not new hip hop, because I do that for Saturdays. So,
okay.
So it'll be hip hop, but it'll be like 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
So Monday R&B at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesday,
yeah, it's old school R&B on Monday.
Old school R&B on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Tuesday at 7 p.m. you said?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, it's hip hop, but not the new stuff.
Not the new stuff.
Not the new stuff. Then I do Wednesday morning, 1 a.m. Mixcloud.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna be able to catch that.
But here I do 1 a.m. Mixcloud.
1 a.m. Mixcloud.
And then I restream it on Twitch Wednesday at noon.
Urge says Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. I know.
No shit though. It's not vice shit.
Everybody got that.
Hey, Ryan, I got one for you. I think you should Tanola Tuesday.
Tanola Tuesday.
Yo, give me Toilet Tuesday playing all the garbage tracks.
Tanola
right now.
Tanola.
I'll have like freaking
Tanola.
I'll have the balloon guy like that.
Yeah. That's the logo.
Yeah, it's my logo.
Thursday. What you got Thursday?
I don't do it. Thursday is my day.
Thursday. Friday and Saturday.
Fridays 3 p.m. I do golden hour.
Oh, that's right. Another
new
crying fest.
But it's all the new R&B.
All the new R&B.
New cuts. Artists to follow kind of deal. And Saturday slaps where I play a lot of new hip hop and since we go for 2 hours times 3, but like, so like the first hour at least is all like, the Roddy Rich and the babies, all the babies, and then, stuff like that, all the new cuts, all the radio cuts. And then after that, just after my first shot, it just goes where it goes, man. So
once you go back on tour, are you gonna still stream on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm gonna do just the Tuesdays. Hopefully, just Tuesdays.
What about when you're on? What are you gonna stream on tour when you're on stage?
I'll try. I don't know.
You gotta keep that Monday show, man. The golden hour show. Yeah, I need that in my life, right, Pinky baby? I need that golden hour show.
Yo, man. Even if I have to pre-record it, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Man, find a way, man. All right, so all your social media is at Ryan Live. That's at RYNLV.
No, Instagram's at DJ Ryan Live.
At DJ
Ryan Live.
Live.
That's my Instagram. RYNLV is just Twitch
on IG.
Yeah.
Where's your Twitter? Where'd you got Twitter?
It's DJ Ryan Live. Everything's DJ Ryan Live.
Everything's at DJ Ryan
except
Live.
Twitch. Except Twitch
because somebody stole it.
Yeah.
And
shit. No, I think so. I didn't even try it because I'm rebranding. I'm not rebranding, but I'm branding that because my SoundCloud is RYNLV. So SoundCloud is my remixes. So I think you jumped on there, right? Furious, you grabbed a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
absolutely, I played it. I played it too on my stream.
I have my remixes. Yeah, you won't. You won't because it's a remix. It's not an edit at all. I changed everything. So yeah, I want my remixes. I might re-release some old ones. I played it on Saturday, I think, all my remixes I did from like 2013, 2012.
No, they were still hot, man. They were still hot, dude.
There's a few. So yeah, right. RYNLV is only Twitch and SoundCloud at the moment. Yo, everything else is DJ Ryan.
For real though, hey, thanks for coming out, making it to the third episode. Yo, so just like I am one of your first subscribers. You are one of the first founding on this show that hopefully it will blow up here.
Yeah,
in the future,
bro.
You know
I'm glad people locked it in, and I'm glad no one asked me questions. I'm out.
He's got mad questions. Yo, hold on for a second, and we'll talk later. But yo, check it out. Hey, that's what we got going on. Yo, Fired Up and Furious every Monday. At 7 p.m. Pacific time, right here on this channel. And what else I got coming on is Wednesday. We have West Coast Wednesday that goes on at 7 p.m. Pacific time, playing all the West Coast tracks from all the 3 decades. And also I got Rewind Thursdays, right? Rewind Mix on Thursday, playing all the throwback tracks from the last 3 decades. And Friday and Saturday, like you, I'm still trying to figure out my show on Friday and Saturday. But I do go on live at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And Rage got a show coming up whenever that is. So.
Yeah. When, Rage, when?
I'm still figuring. I'm because I got to work around with everybody that I watch and I listen to. But I want to stream like in the afternoon. I want to do the Drive at 5.
Dope. Do that. That's dope.
Yeah, and I want to bring back the radio days. I want to do the Friday and Saturday night street party.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
So,
Yo, that is dope.
So do that, bro.
Make sure you tune in, everybody. Make sure you follow at DJ Rage Online, and make sure you follow at Savo888. And of course, my man Ryan Live. Make sure you follow him here on Twitch. And we are out of here.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for hanging out.
No doubt, man.